Can we talk about shrinkflation for a second?
Let's talk about it.
Ooh, what the fuck?
I don't think you guys realize how bad shrinkflation has fucking gotten.
Uh-oh.
Let me show you guys what shrinkflation looks like.
How, Sway? Look at this. Look at this. Yo, that's crazy. Bro got four. Bro got 4 chips. Sheesh. They're skimming juice. Bro got 4 chips. I've never seen any of these videos before. This is man, it's sad. It's funny, but it's sad at the same time. I'm gonna be honest.
At this point, we are paying more and getting less for every damn thing.
This one I bought like a month and a half ago has 42.5 ounces in it. This one has 38.2 ounces in it.
You motherfuckers. I did not expect it to be that fucking small.
That's crazy.
This is a family size. This used to be the regular size.
Shrinkflation. If you don't know what that is,
Oh,
you do,
man.
because you live in America.
Is it just me? Or is our food literally getting smaller? They barely take up like half the can now.
Come on, bro.
Starbucks drink, they shrank the iced drink. This is now a tall.
I take 2 bags out of the freezer, plop them on the counter.
Everything.
Sal rings them up, and she says, "That'll be $52." I go, "Whoa, $52? Are you sure?"
Are you slow?
No cheating, I promise. The bag was sealed.
It's like,
Come on. That's like 4 chips. Again, this is the same thing.
So I say to her, "You know,
Sheesh.
I could buy them cheaper at Whole Foods." To which she responds, "Well, you're welcome to do that, but they won't be safe tested." Safe tested? My dog eats fresh goose poop on the golf course every day.
Safe tested, whatever that's supposed to mean.
Magically
Man, that,
it's inflated.
all right, let's get this one kicked off, man.
That there was in the store. Look at this absolute nonsense. If I can ever get this freaking box open. Bro, what? There's enough room to fit like 3 times as many chocolates in there.
Everyone talks about like shrinkflation. The Stover's family meals, this is my prime example of shrinkflation. This is a family size. This used to be the regular size. These used to be like those big, like 13 by 9, almost, like deep, the family size ones would be that big. And they were like $6. This tiny little thing, that's like, it's like the size of a Lunchable, was like $10. How is that family sized? It's literally like, it's tiny. That could not feed a family. Not like the average family of 4.
Now, the one thing that I think about right away when I see that video is for sure, just chip bags in general. Even if you open up a bigger bag, it's only filled to like maybe half. Which, I mean, I see what they're saying. They're kind of finessing you. They're charging you probably even more than what they charged you in the past, and you're getting even less, which no one wants, man. It's tragic.
At this point, we are paying more and getting less for every damn thing. These companies are trying their best to shit us over. I was just making a video the other day about Hot Pockets and how they ain't shit, and somebody told me to try pizza rolls. I'm like, you know what? I ain't had some in years. I had some pepperoni pizza rolls. It wasn't nothing but sauce in there. So now I'm a little curious.
I'm crying, bro. Bro, nothing but sauce. Yo. That's how they're doing people. Nothing. You're not getting anything but sauce and bread.
I started doing some research, started doing a little digging.
Man, it's tragic.
I went down the same rabbit hole the Looney Tunes was in. This is happening across the board for a lot of different companies. We all know about chips and how they're 60% air, but what about like Gatorade bottles going from 32 ounces to 28 ounces? What about the Febreze bottles going to a smaller size? What about washing powder being smaller sizes? What about the Hot Pockets being nothing but air? I can go on forever. And there's also the tactics that the dollar store uses, like giving you 4 rolls of toilet tissue for $3, but the 16-pack at Walmart is $9. They are giving us less and charging us more, all for the sake of profit. What are some different products you've seen lately that's went through shrinkflation? I know I'm probably only touching the tip of the iceberg.
I don't normally.
Nah, I can't lie, bro. It's funny, but it's sad for sure because we're paying more. Like, trust me, but bro, Hot Pocket is nothing but air. I know a lot of people grew up on Hot Pockets, you know, and eating that type of stuff. And definitely not good for you. It's not the best for you, but man, dude is spot on.
Stuff like this, but I got this pack from Target for almost $13. Let me show you when you open these up. I kid you not, each packet has 2 or 3 cookies in it each. I thought it was a joke or something, and I opened up more. They are all like this. Some have 2.5, some have 3, some have 2. What is happening?
I don't think you guys.
Man, as someone who loves cookies, that breaks my heart, man. I need a couple more in there. Like, I know it's a smaller size, but you could throw in a couple more cookies in there, you know?
Realize how
but it's all about
bad
profit.
shrinkflation has fucking gotten. Cute, right? Cute. It would be even cuter if half of the fucking bag wasn't air. You're a small brand of chips. You think you can compete with Doritos when half of your fucking bag is air? Are you fucking kidding? No, like actually. Be so fucking for real.
Yo, that's crazy.
Flabbergasted. Doritos puts more chips in their bag than this. What the fuck?
Oh, the
Man, that's got to be a crime or something. Like, if you're finessing people, there's got to be some sort of rule. You got to fill it up a certain percentage because, man, this is getting outrageous.
Get some juice here. What the fuck?
Yo, how? Man, how do you not put more chips in there? That's crazy. Yo, come on. What? Nah, that's fine.
You like this, right? How about
That's gotta be a scam.
try this in Taco Bell's this summer? Baja Blast Gelato.
Imagine my big back shelf was like, I must have this confection. Oh, the big back betrayal. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. I did not expect it to be that fucking small. Why should I be surprised about fast food being disappointment and shrinkflation fucking up the goddamn country? You remember when they used to have Super Size Me at McDonald's and that one bitch-ass motherfucker made a movie about it because he was just talking about how McDonald's made just shit worse for you, but it was just him being a fucking alcoholic? I remember. As a fat nigga, even I found that shit suspicious because I was like, this motherfucker just eating because he eating. You don't get that big unless you've been overeating. It's because you stop fucking moving, you fat fuck. Anyways, let me get back to my fat nigga rant, okay? You shrinkflation having ass bitches. I swear to God, this is just so disappointing. Every fucking company, all of you motherfuckers, man, fucking suck a dick. You know what, on some real shit, give me the motherfucker who thought of shrinkflation. I want to bare knuckle fight that motherfucker. Why are these companies allowed to ask for handouts and to fucking benefit from corporate socialism? Yeah, I said corporate socialism, bitch ass niggas. Why the fuck are we paying for your fuckery? Nigga, you're a fucking company. Pick yourself up by your motherfucking bootstrap, lazy bitch. Oh, we need to make record profits, so we need to step on the small niggas because, oh my God, we're corporate and we're fucking greedy. Throw hands with me, bitch ass niggas. If y'all want the money, throw hands. If you really want this money from the poor, throw hands with the poor, bitch ass niggas.
Let me tell you guys what shrinkflation looks like. So I just went to Burger King and got a Whopper Jr. with cheese. Why does this thing look like a slider? Like, they really raise the prices and then shrink the dimensions of the product and think we're not going to notice. Let me let you take a look at what this looks like. Look how small that is. compared to my hand, look how small that is. It's at least a good 10 to 15% smaller than it usually was. Like, this is getting ridiculous. And they're finding any means possible to get more money out of us and to keep their profit margins. Just greedy.
Dad just picked up this bag.
It's crazy because every time when I think about shrinkflation, people keep giving examples. I was literally at a spot with one of my friends. I'm like, man, let's go get some food, right? We go to a burger spot. Boom, we're in the spot we're ordering. It's late. They have a lot of things out, right? No bacon, no other stuff. It's all out. So I'm like, all right, take this regular burger. You know, we're waiting there 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is. Mind you, when it comes out, that thing is small. I was like, man, where's the rest of the burger? They're charging $20+, whatever it was. You know, fairly either more expensive or like decent prices. I can't remember the exact price. But I'm like, man, like, this is definitely shrinkflation. And it just jogged my memory after seeing that burger. Because I'm like, man, I don't think I'm coming back here. I need a little bit more of a portion size. You know, I could eat.
From IGA in Queensland, and tell them how much is in there.
We'll have a look on the scale.
45. All right, open it up.
I'm looking forward to eating my chickies. No cheating, I promise. The bag was sealed.
It's like...
What is going on?
Can I have one? They're about $1 each.
Yeah, how much did it cost? The bag?
$2, I think.
$2?
I have to savour this for ages because it's so expensive. I think per gram, they're more than prawns and oysters. Ooh.
Guys, look at the shrinkflation. So these are 6-packs and these are 5-packs, but the new ones are going to 4. All of these 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5. That'll be 4, 4. This is 6, but it'll be 4.
I just went to the shop.
I was literally watching a video recently where they were saying in terms of increasing profit, one of the quickest ways to decrease your cost of goods. And you see, that's exactly what these companies are doing. They're like, all right, we're going to take one out. We're going to put less chips in there so that they can make more money. Now, obviously, I mean, you see it happen further and like from where it's been to where it is now, it just keeps getting worse and worse. So I wonder what it's going to be looking like in, 5-10 years. I mean, could it really get worse?
And it was not planned, so I didn't
one
have
chip in the
I'm
bag.
usually pretty good at taking bags, so I bought myself a bag from Coles, one of those insulated ones, and I haven't bought one in a while. They are so much smaller. Like, this is a rort, right? Because they obviously want you to buy more bags, so they've made the bags smaller so you can fit less in them, and they're going to frame it in the, oh, we don't want them to be too heavy and blah blah blah, but this bag is tiny compared to the original bags. So anyway, shrinkflation happening to everything.
So we just left Albertson. We actually left a liquor store too because we were gonna buy a regular bag of hot Cheetos. We got there and saw the bags. They were a lot smaller. The back of it said 3 servings, but still the same price. Okay, let's just go to Albertsons. Went to Albertsons, same thing. Looked it up and it is shrinkflation. They're still charging the same price for less amount, so heads up.
I didn't realize the extent of how much they're gaslighting us. Now, I'm sure people are aware of this, but do people know how bad it is? So I've known about shrinkflation for a while now. Like packaging gets thicker or ice cream having more air in it. It's not just grocery stores, it's literally everywhere. Ever see those new look, same great taste ads or words on a product? That's just code for we made it smaller or changed it. We hope you didn't notice. Like, they now have the audacity to not just decrease the quality of a product or the size or amount, but then to go and increase the price. And it's not just like, oh, potato chip bags have more air in them now. we're gonna see more stuff like potato-based chips. When's the point when we're like, we're not gonna fall for this anymore? Or is it just gonna get worse until Milky Way is like the size of a Tic Tac? That's it. It's time to bring back hunting and gathering.
And he's bringing up a valid point. I mean, what could we really get to? Like, what point could it get to where, like I was saying, you get one chip in a bag, right? They just decrease everything. Now, of course, a lot of that stuff isn't good for you, but that's a different argument. We're just talking about you pretty much getting what you pay for, right? Like, you expect a certain product when you do pay for it. And with shrinkflation, a lot of times, man, it doesn't feel like these companies are really meeting the demand and what we expect from the product.
Look how sneaky the toilet paper companies are. I was just putting away new toilet paper and I had one roll left and it's like a good 3/4 of an inch taller. I don't know if you can tell, I put the nail file on top of it, but dang, I thought these rolls look about the same size, but no, they're getting shorter. Not necessarily less sheets going around, the sheets are just smaller. Sneaky.
I've never heard that one.
Victim of shrinkflation, Oreo double stuff. $7.50 for this big thing of cookies. Doesn't really look like double stuff. There may be like 1.5 times stuff, tops. I mean, what the heck? All those capitalists.
I mean, I can't imagine it takes that much money to make the effing cream in those things.
I don't know, man. The only thing I like about shrinkflation is that we're having smaller portions of
Yeah,
junk.
but the entire point of getting the double stuff is to get more cream because the original ones don't have enough cream in them.
Yeah, and they are. They're now Oreos 1.5 stuff.
Yeah, so tell me why I, instead of buying the like $4 or $3.99 regular ones, I bought these for $7.50 and there's no effing difference.
Well, this used to be the regular stuff, but in double stuff used to be literally double that. So, oh well.
These are some of the wildest.
Man, we need a little bit. We need some explaining because I'm a cookie person, man. And when I see it, you know, the double stuff isn't really done right. That breaks my heart, man. I love sweets, especially brownies too. But man, that's just an example. And even the toilet paper that the other lady was talking about. I mean, I never even heard of
this
that.
Indent in them and weigh approximately 16% less. You can see the weight on this box is 297 grams, but the price tag says that it used to be 330 grams. This is the same brand of butter purchased 2 weeks apart for the same price. A small McFlurry from McDonald's is almost $6. Costco brand toilet paper have allegedly reduced the amount of sheets per roll. This person got a fish fillet from McDonald's and it's the same size as a ketchup packet. Snickers bars are allegedly shrinking over time. And the same thing is happening with Head & Shoulders shampoo. This person's cereal box was over halfway empty when he opened it. McDonald's doesn't even fill up their fries all the way anymore. Oreos are allegedly reducing the amount of cream inside their cookie. Here's another example. Drumsticks stopped filling up their ice cream cones all the way. Deodorants have half the size of the actual product. The paper placemats from McDonald's have even gotten smaller. This person's McDonald's burrito was the same size as the salsa packet. This person's Chipotle burrito was only 5 inches long. The packaging around makeup products is usually more than double the size of the actual product. This person's chicken sandwich had no chicken in it, and the size of Dove soap has been gradually shrinking every year since 2019.
More shrinkflation.
Yo, hold on. This person's chicken sandwich had no chicken in it. I don't know if I believe that one, to be honest. That might be fake. But if it's real, if that's really what was happening, that's insane. I mean, how's it not gonna have any chicken? Like, it's gotta have something. It's crazy.
Time from Maxwell House. This one I bought like a month and a half ago has 42.5 ounces in it. This one has 38.2 ounces in it. And they were the exact same price. They were both $10.48. And I think it's interesting that outside of the label change, the size of the package is like the exact same. I mean, there's barely any difference, even though there's less product in it. So it was obviously intentional to try to deceive people. And the sad part is the only reason I switched to Maxwell House is because the Great Value brand did the exact same thing. They shrunk the packaging, or they kept the packaging the same size, they gave you less product, but they kept the price the same. And I'm just tired of it. Like, I'm tired of the sneakiness. I'm tired of them acting like we're stupid and we're not going to notice this kind of shit. And I'm tired of people not caring. Like, why does nobody care?
Can we talk about shrinkflation for a second? Shrinkflation. If you don't know what that is, you do, because you live in America. But it's just where the price of things goes up, right? We all know that. Everything's goddamn expensive right now, okay? The price goes up, the serving size goes down, okay? The serving size goes down. I've got here my favorite nachos of all time, right? This whole serving right here, that all of this that is left is all toppings. That is all toppings and maybe a few mushy chips, like chips that got mushed and like are disintegrated basically. That is all toppings. That is no longer any chips that I can actually scoop my nachos with and eat. Almost $20 for this, and I can't even eat all the toppings with the chips they provide. Thank God I have tortilla chips at home. What? This is theft. This is thievery. What do you mean? $20 for toppings? I gotta buy tortilla chips on the side?
I can't lie, that does feel like a scam. If this is what I'm buying and you're putting more toppings which are probably cheaper than the actual chips, how much does it cost to even make chips? Can't be that expensive. So yeah, man, it feels like kind of like a scam.
Is it just me? Or is our food literally getting smaller? I just bought these Pringles. I thought they were minis because they're like, you know, they're like a little bit smaller, but like you can see, like even in here, they barely take up like half the can now. And they're not minis, they're just, oh, limited edition something, but they're not smaller. They think we don't notice. There's no way I got bigger because these Pringles are literally like 80% of the size that they used to be. They've been screwing us a little bit at a time. The prices are going up. The food is shrinking down. Oh, well, we can get away with it. Oh, well, we could save X amount of money. They have analytics to look at all the data on how much money they could save if they shrink our food by 5% every year or 1% a year over the next 5 years, and no one will notice. Oh, well, guess what? We're noticing. Screw you, Pringles.
What's crazy, if he wouldn't have mentioned that, I wouldn't even have thought about it. And that's why I think it's important to have these conversations. But I haven't ate Pringles in probably years. The last time I did have it, I do remember, right? It doesn't even take up the whole circumference of the actual container it's in, which is crazy. And yeah, I mean, I think the thing with this is, even if people notice, a lot of times these products, right, the chemicals, certain stuff that they have in there are meant to get you hooked. So even if people say, oh yeah, there's shrinkflation that's going on, a lot of people are going to have no choice because they're already addicted to the sugar and whatever else that these companies are putting into their products.
Today's episode of Shrinkflation, Starbucks drink, they shrank the iced drink. This is now a tall. This looks like a short. They cut the ounces and raised the price. I'm so blown away. This is on cold iced drinks. This is now the tall. You notice it looks like a little tiny little thing. Look at how little it is. This is awful. I stand corrected. Apparently they redesigned the size of the cup, but all the snack prices are up. All the drink prices are up. The add-ons are up. And you're better off just filling one of these up with your own liquid. These are cute though, but basically they didn't shrink the cup, allegedly. They claim it's the same size, just redesigned to use less plastic. But if you were using less plastic, wouldn't it be the same amount of plastic if you changed the design? I find that hard to believe. But anyway, that's what they told me.
I've got a bone to pick. That's a little play on words. I'm running errands this morning and I go by this little specialty dog food place. I only go there every now and then, but I thought I'll pick up some beef marrow bones for my dog because she loves them. I take 2 bags out of the freezer, plop them on the counter, the gal rings them up, and she says, that'll be $52. I go, whoa, $52? Are you sure? She goes, no, I've checked the price, that's $52. I said, wow, has the price ever gone up? She goes, no, it hasn't. It was the same price 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure that that was a lie, but whatever. So I say to her, you know, I could buy them cheaper at Whole Foods. To which she responds, well, you're welcome to do that, but they won't be safe tested. Safe tested? My dog eats fresh goose poop on the golf course every day. And while it may be pre-digested, I doubt it's safe tested. I get home, I take a look at them, and in fact, they're only half marrow bones. They've been cut longitudinally in half. So not only am I paying more, but I'm getting less. Now I understand that inflation has caused prices to go up, and I'm prepared to, pay my fair share. But don't tell me that I'm getting the same amount of product for the same price when in fact it's a lie. Safe tested my rear end. Okay, there's my beef.
Turns out shrinkflation was more common than we thought. A lending tree analysis of 98 supermarket products found that over the last 4 years, 30 of them had shrunk. The worst offenders were toilet paper, cereal, and candy companies. Angel Soft toilet paper shrank from 490 sheets in 2019 to 320 sheets in 2024. At the same time, customers paid 13.5% more per 100 sheets. Charmin, Cottonelle, and Scott's toilet paper were also listed. Frosted Flakes shrank the most per ounce in the cereal category. Raisin Bran, Cheerios, and Cocoa Puffs followed closely behind. And Reese's Miniatures decreased the most in the candy category, shrinking 11% while increasing its price 68.2% per ounce. The entire premise of shrinkflation irks me. Shrinkflation is only a thing because companies think they can get away with it, but what we can do is stop buying their products. I think that's the only way to put real pressure on these companies to stop this practice.
Shrinkflation. See, and that's facts, right? You vote with your dollars, so wherever you spend your money is really where you're putting your vote. But I don't see a lot of people not buying these products just because they shrink. It's unfortunate for sure, but the demand, in my opinion, I think is too strong. And sure, people can complain about it on TikTok, but I highly doubt that something is going to really happen about it. I don't even know what you would do or how you would get something in place to prevent them from making things smaller, but
Inflation's not being talked about enough. We've gotten to a point where not only things are like quadruple the price, but they're also giving us half the product. They try to hide it in the most small, minute ways, but you can always tell. Even if they're just skimming a little bit off the top, they'll do anything to make that extra little bit of profit. Even fast food has cut back so much, I can eat an entire McDonald's cheeseburger in one bite if I really wanted to. Not just the size or the quantity of things, it's also the quality. Restaurants, grocery stores, fast food places, it doesn't matter. Things taste different to me. Vegetables, meat, fruit, everything. There's something about it that just tastes off. Like chicken and beef. It's just disrespectful at this point. They really think we're stupid. And the thing is, I don't know if it's ever going to go back to normal. The fact that they've made record profits fooling people like this and we still buy it because we have to kind of tells me that this is never going to change. If it always comes down to quality or people over price and money being made, they're always going to choose the money being made. I swear, there was a time where you could go to the store or go to McDonald's with $3 and feed yourself for at least a day.
Gone are the days when you could get a half-gallon ice cream or a pint of ice cream. They have all downsized. One thing that Tillamook did that other companies did not do is that they actually announced ahead of time, hey, we're going to shrink this down. We really want to preserve our quality, so we're going to make it the smaller size that most other ice cream brands have gone down to so that we don't have to raise the prices on you. There's a mixed reaction to this move by Tillamook. People liked that they were upfront about it rather than other brands kind of sneaking it in under the radar, but at the same time, a lot of people still feel like, why not just make it more expensive? Why not raise the prices? At least that's something that everyone will see and they can make a decision about at that time rather than getting it home and realizing it's smaller, as some people do. Because even if Tillamook announces that ahead of time, everyone is not going to see that announcement on their website necessarily. And of course, you've got ones like this, Haagen-Dazs. The caption for this one in the Shrinkflation Reddit was, Hagen does it again. Because they continue to put less and less ice cream so that there's more and more stick. Here's another example. This one is not Haagen-Dazs, but it does have the really long popsicle stick compared to the top portion, where normally like at least this much more would also have whatever the frozen dessert is, you know, whether it's a popsicle or ice cream. Ah, Hagen does it again. So this is what we have now instead of pints. No more pints of ice cream. 14 fluid ounces. So gone are the days. No more half gallons, no more pints.
Shrinkflation is affecting my popcorn, okay? Don't look at my shirt because I have no school spirit. This is my popcorn bag. I love my popcorn. And it stopped. I cooked it at the same temperature time. It's not even a full bag. Look, that looks like it's already halfway gone. I'm trying not to cry, but like, we're not doing this, okay? I'm almost gonna cook another bag just to see at like a different temp, just to see if I feel like this has to be a scam. I'm being scammed right now. Let me try again. Okay, so it's official. Shrinkflation has hit my popcorn. My popcorn is dead. I did it again. This time I did it on 2.5 instead of 3. And it's still like, this is so sad. Like, this is the most disappointing thing. I'm crying, but I shouldn't be surprised.
Here is what.
See, and that's another example. I didn't even think about it, but man, it's been a while since I had some popcorn like that. But man, you open up the bag, you know it's not. In the past, the popcorn would be spewing out of the bag. Now, it's only halfway full. It's just another example, right? Where all these different products, and they do it
Gatorade
subtly.
redesigned its 32-ounce bottles to be, quote, more aerodynamic and it's easier to grab, a representative told Quartz in March. The new design holds 28 ounces, which is a 14% drop, despite both bottles being the same height. Earlier this year, Burger King reduced the number of chicken nuggets in its $4.49 meal from 10 pieces to 8. This article is a little bit dated. It's about a year old, and Burger King has since reduced the nuggets to 4, and the price has gone up to about $5. Walmart Great Value paper towels dropped from 168 sheets per roll to only 120, while the price stayed the same. Once again, dated article, the price has since gone up. Hershey cut down its 18-ounce pack of dark chocolate kisses by almost 2 ounces. These mega pack went from 90 bags to 80 at the same price. The price has since gone up. This one fucking hurt my heart. A 2-pack of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups used to weigh 1.6 ounces. Now it's at 1.5 ounces. Cans of Pringles are different weights depending on the flavor in the US, but at Target they all cost the same. Toblerone, which makes distinctively triangular chocolate bars, in 2014 reduced the weight of its bars by 25% by adding more space between each piece, but reversed the decision 2 years later after public outcry. Crest shrunk 3D White Radiant Mint toothpaste from 4.1 ounces to 3.8 ounces. General Mills shrunk its family-size boxes from 19.3 ounces to 18.1 ounces, a drop of nearly 10%. Quaker Life cereal also shrunk from 24.8 ounces to 22.3, and it was renamed from Giant to family size, even though the box actually got bigger. Wheat Thins changed its family size from 16 to 14 ounces with about 28 fewer crackers per box. Chobani minimized its Flips yogurt from 5.3 ounces to 4.5 ounces. Lastly, Folgers reduced its 51-ounce container down to 43.5 ounces, but the company says it makes the same number of cups of coffee thanks to lighter beans.
Look at how full this Gorilla Glue is.
Lighter beans? I mean, it feels like it's any excuse to put a reason, you know, why they made it small. You saw the Gatorade make it easier to grab, more aerodynamic. Like, come on. Let's be real, right? You're trying to make more money. You're trying to cut costs. And don't get me wrong, inflation affects the company selling things too, but it's on both ends. And sheesh, man, sheesh.
To this Redditor, the weight was marked correctly. It's just wasting that much space. This Redditor who went to work and found that these were being replaced by these. 330 grams, 160 grams. This value pack for extra gum went from 6 10-piece packets to 5 10-piece packets by this Reddit poster. They said they actually emailed Wrigley's, and this is the response they got. We've been absorbing raw material costs for a while now. Unfortunately, we have now had to reduce pack sizes. However, the quality of our chocolate bars remains unaffected. So, copy and paste at its best. Because that does not look like chocolate bars to me. This Redditor shared a really good example of deceptive packaging. This is what it used to be, 72. It looks a little smaller to me than the new package, which is 60 sprays versus 72 sprays. But even if they're the same size, this is the epitome of deceptive packaging. This Redditor shared their experience in the new box versus the old. Kashi Go reduced the size, increased the price by 20 cents, and made it less healthy. This Redditor shared another extra example. 60 pieces was in this old one, and it's a bit shorter and rounder. This is 46 pieces, and it is taller and skinnier. This is what they often do, especially with Tide and laundry detergent. They make something taller and skinnier to make it appear larger, so you don't notice the difference in quantity that's inside the bottles because the outside package is deceptive. These cookies sold in Australia, when opened, look like this. There is a ramp here so that it lays to the side so that these are not full of cookies. Thank you to this Australian Redditor for sharing this so that we can see some of what's going on in other places. Thank you also to all of the Redditors who have shared their photos in the Shrinkflation Reddit. I invite all of you guys to hop over to the Shrinkflation subreddit and share your experiences and say hi to all of these wonderful Redditors who shared these photos.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't even be able to tell with a lot of these because unless someone is literally comparing it side by side, I'm not checking how many ounces something is. To be honest, when I'm going through the grocery store, I'm just buying what I have to buy and keeping it pushing, right? So when you see stuff like this, it's slowly but surely, right? And then you wonder, oh, why do I have to go to the grocery store so often? Why does it feel like the money isn't going as long as it did in the past? Well, that's a clear example of a reason why.
Major corporations are gaslighting us, trying to make us believe that what we are seeing is not real, that shrinkflation is not a real thing, or what some people call it, a stealth price rise. Shrinkflation is very real, and this is not the only company who has done it. By the way, their reasoning behind making the bottle look like this was not to change the prices. It was not to give you less. It was to make them more aerodynamic. Doritos used to be 9.75 ounces, 9.25 ounces now, same price. I think we all know cereal is doing it, and they've done it for a very long time. General Mills shrunk the family size boxes from 19.3 ounces to 18.1 ounces. That's like 10%. Cocoa Pebbles went from 20.5 to 19.5. Life cereal went from 24.8 to 22.3. Bounty changed the number of sheets that you get from 165 to 147. Just look. 52 fluid ounces. Used to be 59. And do you know, these look the same. Do you know why that is? It's because they hollow out a thing so that the plastic is coming up on the bottom like that. So that it looks the same, so that you can't tell. Pringles, look at the difference. Look at that chip. Look at that chip. They had to change the packaging because the chips got smaller. And you know how the chips fit right in the thing. Not only that, but they start about here. Hang on, I'll show you a picture. Look. Great Value toilet paper reduced the number of sheets from 168 down to 120 and also changed the sheet size. This one is my favorite. They just like stop putting stuff there and just create like a blank space. Also, yeah. It's not just gum, it's not just food products, it's not just your laundry detergent and your chips and snacky things. Less inside Oreos, the stuffing, they're actually putting less stuffing in. Look at this, look at what they do with the packaging. They put like a cookie-shaped piece of plastic there so that they only have 2 there instead of 3 to give you less. This one's hard to see, so stay with me. This one up here says mega pack up there, right? And then down here, it's measuring in milliliters, 2490 milliliters. This one, on this side, doesn't say mega pack. It is not the larger, more included pack, and it is 3 liters. There is more in this package that is shorter. See, it's shorter. This one is taller and skinnier, and they're acting as though it has more in it. And they changed the measurement so that people have to do math in the market. This is mostly because people just don't want to. There's too many other things going on, and if they can mentally exhaust as well, we're already mentally exhausted by all of the inflation and other things that are going on, they win because we just have to get the laundry detergent in the end, don't we? Honestly, I could keep going. Like, there's so many. They'll do something new size, like new packaging, and it's actually a smaller 300 grams, 250 grams. I could do this all day. Also this. Oh, look at this. Bigger size, better value, right? Oh, 18 fluid ounces versus 15 fluid ounces. But this is a bigger size, better value. Here's a great example. This is one of my favorites where you can see over time. Wow. Very illustrative. This is not new. It is probably also not going away, but there is a bill that is now on the floor about it. So that's new. And it was also discussed on the State of the Union address by President Biden. So at least this is something we can start paying attention to as maybe a way of changing things.
Well, TikTok shocked me that the government is starting to talk about this. So, but if you like these type of videos, man, click this video on the screen. You won't want to miss it.